Listen.
Talks about killing your premier. Add on top of that the North's general hate of the East. And you...
The North hates the East. Ask yourself why. They love Yorubas a little bit, because that's why they said, we're Yoruba forest, we're not leaving, we're not going anywhere. That's what Miletiala said, a terrorist group. That now and again they go to Aso and they collect their own share of the money. They buy more weapons, they charter private jets, they fly in the weapons, and they're in our forests, killing us every day. I want people to understand what I'm saying tonight is very, very important. Why is it that the North hates the East? What is this hatred for an Igbo man? I'm asking. Because we are hardworking, because we are blessed, because Elohim is with us, because anywhere we go to, we bring light, and we bring blessing of God upon that very place. Is that why you hate us? For no reason. Britain is aware, EU is aware, US is aware. Everybody knows. Now, why do you want us to stay in a land brimming with such hatred for a particular group of people that led to the death of 5 million of those people? We are the only people in the world, only Biafrans are the only people in the world having suffered the level of genocide we were subjected to, or should I say Holocaust. And we are still in that same country that killed us. Only us. No other people. Nowhere else in the world. That is why we must change our thinking. That is why the likes of idiots like Wike and those of them, all these idiots who must reason tonight after. I think Wike has been listening to our broadcast now. He's changing Uyibo names, a white man's name in Igbo to more local names. That's what they're all listening. I think he went to Waterlands and changed it to something else. It's no longer Waterlands. He was asking them, why are you asking white man's name? If he was sincere, he should have gone a step further to say Port Harcourt is a white man's name. The name is Igbocha. Maybe someday, sometime in the new Biafra we shall get there. I want you to listen once again to what this animal has to say. I call Ahmadu Bello an animal, because only an animal can speak this very way. His hatred is not for white people. No, not at all. In fact, he said that I will give jobs to people that colonized you and subjugated you. He said, no, don't worry, I'll give jobs to you more before I can give it to an Igbo man. Are you feeling what I'm saying? I will give jobs to a white person. This is Africa. Your so-called Africa, one Africa. Let Africa be united one. These are the idiots that made it impossible for Africa to unite. And he's a nationalist. We are told he's a founding father. According to Fulani Janjaweed, he is the founding father. I want you to pay attention tonight, for goodness sake. Listen.
Start to get the picture of
the
sort of tribal tension Nigeria was heading towards.
Tribal tension before 1960. So what is happening today has been there from the beginning. And I'm asking people, you have suffered this mess for nearly 60 years. The same tribal tension for 60 years. When is Nigeria going to get better? I'm asking. When will this tribal tension stop? The fact of the matter is that it can never stop. Never, ever, ever, because the hatred is deep rooted. It's in their system. They cannot help it, because we have not conquered the East. That's what they're saying. We have not dipped our Quran in the Atlantic Ocean that flows on the coastal lands of the East. We must take them, and that's what they're doing. Do you understand them now? All of you that believe in one Nigeria, do you begin to see that graves? You have dug your graves. I'm telling you. That's what you have done. Look at the mindset of the people that you are in the same country with. And this man, you can hear from his accent, he's polished, he's educated. I think he studied at, I don't know if he was Cambridge or Oxford. You can, he's a prince of the Fulani Sultanate.
Live with me, because you know they cannot take care of themselves any longer. Therefore, the rule of bowing to every advice given by the elders has its own share, has its own time. When you disobey, when you fail to take what they're saying, it is not negligence, it is not being disrespectful. You know by yourself, you know in your own thought that they are not up to date. A simple example is these electronic gadgets. At our age, our children, you are very smart. Yeah, you taught them, you brought them up. You remember when the cell phones were coming out, when they were in the cars, it became a very fascinating gadget. Oh, he has a phone in his car. This gigantic thing that they brought out, very bulky, and it became a show. To show you are up to date, you have to have that big gadget in your car. Star call to make your phone call. And then your children will be wondering. That happened in the 80s. You were able to show your son those gadgets. But today, you that were showing your son those gadgets, your sons are showing you how to manipulate your phone. Do you see what I mean? That time dictates the activities people of the past and the present do. If they're all what they're perceived to be, you go and take a crop duster to go to war. You see what will happen to that crop duster. Our leader has given us hope, and as we are talking, there are still some people that are in the dark. Instead of them listening to what our leader is saying, they bring respect and age into it, which shouldn't be a factor. How old is French president? I may ask. For those of you descending on our leader, for calling your attention to what is happening to you, for what is happening to your mother, for what is happening to your father, for what is happening to your daughter, for what has been happening. It did not start today. And he has been calling your attention, but for one reason or the other, we are so foolish not to accept reality. Whatever makes you think that a Fulani man will love you, why do you want a Fulani man to love you in the first place? Let us call a spade a spade. Why in the world will you like to have a Fulani man love you? He is not your brother. He is not your cousin. He has nothing in common with you. It is by acts and omission that Britain fused all of us together. And you tried to get along with them. Do we hate them? No. Are we telling the truth? Yes. Have they changed their behavior? No. Have they changed the way they operate? No. Rather, they are increasing their atrocities on you. They are telling you that we do not care. We don't give a damn. We simply don't care. What we want is your land and the resources. Do they have resources? Yes. Can they stay on their own? Yes. Why then are they operating from the directives of Britain? Because Britain is the architect. They are. They are the ones responsible. It is their work. It is what they have done. That is what they do. And they do it good. But why is it that we, black Africans, why is it that we, the Zoo, the Nigerians, the Nigerians, are the ones worst with this mistake? It is because we have no confidence in ourselves. We belittle ourselves and we accept everything. Let us go to the messages before we continue, because I love to get them out of the way as quickly as possible.
Love ESN, support ESN, love ESN as yourself, love ESN, support ESN, charity begins from home. Attention, attention, attention. It is the time of the year for us to gather once again to encourage, support, and show love to our gallant ESN warriors for a job well done. Therefore, we the IPOB Women USA are calling on all Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, lovers of freedom, home and abroad, to our ESN fundraising Zoom event. Dates, April 3rd, 2021. Time, 12 noon Eastern Time. Special guest of honor, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Alozie. Remember, Biafra land is under siege. Let's do the needful to save our land from eternal damnation. Come, let's help ESN to help us. Love ESN. Charity begins from home.
Yes, ESN. The fear of USN is getting to even Britain. We will get to that. The fear of ESN is getting even to Britain. Let's deal with the women, IPOB women fundraising. This is their message. Let's deal with it, then we'll continue with other messages. It'll be about 10 minutes. Then we continue with our broadcast for today.
Jesus agaghị ekwe ka ihere ma ihe ji na-eto ya bụ na ịmara na Jesus agaghị ekwe ka ihere ma ihe ji na-eto ya bụ na ịmara na Jesus agaghị ekwe ka ihere ma. Yes, we're worshiping the Lord because we know that He will not let us down. Please support ESN. Remember, this is farming season in Biafra land. Our mothers want to return back to the farm. Our mothers are lamenting for the killing of their youths. Please, they don't have no one but you. Please support ESN to protect Biafra land. Thank you. Ihe ji na-efe ya bụ na ịmara na Jesus agaghị ekwe ka ihere ma.
Biafrans and lovers of freedom, the women ambassadors of Biafra land living in the United States cordially invite you to join them on April 3rd, together with our incorrigible leader, Mazi Alozie, as we raise funds for our own Eastern Security Network. Eastern Security Network is the network that keeps the Biafrans safe. It was our brainchild, a gift given to us by our indomitable leader last year, and we have to sustain it. If you are a lover of freedom, come and support the great women, the ambassadors of Biafra in the United States, as we raise money to sustain the ESN. Remember, ESN is the last hope of the poor people in great Biafran land. Remember They cannot help themselves. They rely on all of us. Remember that the fear of ESN is the reason why Fulani herdsmen have left our land. The fear of ESN is the beginning of wisdom. Bring part of your stimulus check. Bring part of your excess business tax refund. Bring part of your income tax and support ESN. Remember, ESN men and women are gallant people securing our land. Remember that our security is the security of our children. Our security is the security of our land. Our hope and future depends on the security of our land. So come and support the gallant men and women who put their lives in harm's way to secure this land. A donation to ESN is a donation to the future. Come with your hearts, donate to this noble cause, and you will be remembered forever. Remember that God loves a cheerful giver. Give and you shall receive. Great Biafrans, great. Great Biafrans, great. Great Biafrans, great. ESN Bonkai, can you support Sonia? Namdi brainchild, a gift given to us by our indomitable leader last year, and we have to sustain it. If you are a lover of freedom, come and support the great women, the ambassadors of Biafra in the United States, as we raise money to sustain the ESN. Remember, ESN is the last hope of the poor people in great Biafra land. Remember, they cannot help themselves. They rely on all of us. Remember that the fear of ESN is the reason why Fulani herdsmen have left our land. The fear of ESN is the beginning of wisdom. Bring part of your stimulus check. Bring part of your excess business tax refund. Bring part of your income tax and support ESN. Remember, ESN men and women are gallant people securing our land. Remember that our security is the security of our children. Our security is the security of our land. Our hope and future depends on the security of our land. So come and support the gallant men and women who put their lives in harm's way to secure this land. A donation to ESN is a donation to the future. Come with your hearts, donate to this noble cause, and you will be remembered forever. Remember that God loves a cheerful giver. Give and you shall receive. Great Biafrans, great. Great Biafrans, great. Great Biafrans, great. ESN Bonkai, can you support Sonia?
Namdi Kalundi Rojuru Ajo Abuya Bonyendu Biafra. Namdi Kalundi Rojuru Abuya Bonyendu Biafra. Namdi Kalu Durai Lava, Durai Lava, Durai Lava. Namdi Kalu Durai Lava. Durai lava, namde kalu durai lava, abugi bonyendu Biafra.
There is no doubt about that. There is no doubt about that. For those of us that are donating, we have several avenues to donate. We have www.ipob.com. www.ipobinusa.org/donate if you want to make your donation from there. And apart from that, we have another account, the Indigenous People of Biafra Patriots Inc. account. The routing number is 044 000037, and the account number is 669 680 115. The email address is ipobusana@yahoo.com. You see, let's think very deeply about what is happening. Let us think very deeply about what people are doing to us. Who are these people? They are those that are supposed to be in the same vicinity. I can't call it a country because I don't see anything that has made it to be a country. Since the beginning, it has never been peaceful. There is no unity, nothing whatsoever. It is a vicinity full of crime, full of unhappiness, disaster, day in, day out. Belgium people have for ESN fund raising. They have a number you can contact. Is +32 4653 03826. And you want to contact their secretary, it is +32 465 304 163. That is Belgium. The IPOB Women USA will be having a fundraising April the 3rd, 2021. The time will be 12 p.m. Eastern Time. The venue will be via Zoom conference, but the Zoom ID will be 841-716-34739. The passcode 625911. You can contact Bridget Okafo +1 215 715 7709. That is Bridget Okafo. Or you contact Mrs. Adanaya Onwudebu +1 713 385 2240, or Mrs. Love Akabando +1 917 297 5037. Brussels will be having their own I think that is gone. Yes, that is gone. I will take it out. Stop me from repeating the announcement. So that is that. If I don't get yours, it will coming tomorrow. I'm not happy. I'm not happy because we have problem with our people. When I mean our people, Biafran people from north, south, east, west of Biafra land, we have the same custom. This is why we are the same. And this is why we suffer the same upheaval. Nobody can imagine that as of today, some people are still having the perception that our leader is insultive. Have you asked yourself why he is speaking in that manner? Have you asked yourself why he is so frustrated? Have you asked yourself why your enemies are pursuing him? Have you asked yourself why the politicians are the ones against him? You have more people very devastating. You have people that are very, very evil-minded that are killing you. And when we say these people, it seems like we hate the Fulanis. But we're alluding the fact that there are some characters that are responsible. We generalize because of the activities of these evil people that led themselves to be used by Britain and the foreign powers. And that's why I asked you, how old is French president? If we are relying on the fact that you are old, why do they replace the old ones with the youth that can keep up with the current affairs? It is only us that will continue to dwell with the aged. I can understand if you're aged and you understand what is happening. You can reason logically. It is different. But when you're void from reasoning, when you are out of date with events and current events, with all due respect, stay out of it. Don't give blind advice. And then what you say is the way our leader talks. Our leader is looking at our issue from a different perspective, calling a spade a spade. And that is the way it ought to be. This is why it is people of his caliber that are supposed to be piloting our affairs. Wouldn't it be very shameful that we started this struggle, we started this drive? Today, Middle Belt released their flag. The Oduduwas released their flag. Biafra was the first to release their flag. And today, the same people, the same Biafrans who are the victims of all the horrors unspeakable are the ones being dominated by their politicians, talking about presidential ambition to preside over who? You already sworn. You have already sworn to abide by whatever Mazi Allah tells you to do. And you have been doing it. They are killing you. You're not talking. Let me take it this way. Maybe this will open your eyes. When you castigate our leader, it's like you're pointing your finger at one finger at one person, the rest of them pointing towards you. This is the way the world sees you, and this is why they take advantage of you, because you have demonstrated that you don't have the capacity to determine your future. If this angers you, fine. It's not the first you've had this. They are talking out of what they have experienced. they are talking about our behavior, and this is why we never appreciate anything we have. Be it the best in the world, we don't appreciate it. We hug foreign, anything foreign, anything not from our brother, anything not from our land, we despise. Even our food. They can promote their food and you buy it. You can eat it from morning till night, but you have all you need. You are introducing apple, foreign apple, but you have all kind of apples. You chop them down, you cut them without thinking. But your mental state is that the foreign one is better. You see how we view foreign things. But you have assorted apples you cannot find anywhere in the world. You don't value them. All of a sudden, the foreign apples becomes more important to you than the one you have. And then you will demonize the one you have, Chuko Kabema has given you, which your forefather has been doing, and you fail to promote it. This is the way we think. This is what is killing us. This is why we are the way we are. This is why you don't try to see why foreign governments don't want you to bring your products in. They don't want you to bring your fruits because they have economic battle against you. They make sure that nothing you bring will have seeds. In other words, if you grow it, if it thrives, they are out of business. But you have no way of promoting your own product. You have no way of acknowledging your product, your fruits. You discard them just to bring foreign fruits. This is our state of mind. This is the way we are. And this is why they look at us as fools. Many governments have called us assholes, foolish country, foolish people, people that cannot reason. But we don't attach any importance to it. But when your son calls your attention to your mistake, you say, I don't like the way he is saying it. Well, whether you like it or not, this is the way people see you.
Just want to highlight something that transpired. Good afternoon. Everyone, Nation Speaks. Just want to highlight something that transpired today in a conversation with one of the assistant managers to one of the Chinese wholesale outlet. Excuse me. Talking to one of the gentlemen, he quit his job today. A very popular Chinese food store here in Nassau, and he said to me, he said he was sick and tired of the way the Chinese behaves and the way they talk to them. And he said today, having a conversation with one of the young Chinese managers, the Chinese manager said to him that black people are the stupidest set of people that has ever walked the face of the earth. The Chinese said to him that there's no other race in the world more stupider than black people, and that's why black people is to the bottom of every economic ladder in the world, and they will never rise up. He told him, he said, you know, this is a black country, and in this black country, a Chinese or any other ethnicity, any other race of people, whether it's Indian, Chinese, Arabs, and he went on, I don't want to quote verbatim to make a mistake, said, and they can come into a black country and they can set up a business next to a black person in a black country, and with the help of the black people, they will put the black man out of business in a matter of weeks. Let me say that again. He said that a Chinese or any other ethnicity can come into a black community or a black country, set up a business next to a black person in a black country, and in a matter of weeks, with the help of black people, they can shut black people out of business. Now, when he highlighted the fact that black people are stupid, I was in awe. But when he explained it to me, I must agree. For another ethnicity to come to our land and tell us that we are the stupidest set of people that has ever walked the face of the earth, we would argue and get angry, but it's a fact. What he said is a fact. Any other ethnicity can set up a business in our country next to black people and will get the support of none of its own people. There are people that go to another race, and he said as far as saying, and black people are the only people that has ever done that. And that's the truth. It sounds cruel, but it's the truth. Because you can set up a store no matter what your prices are. Once the Chinese are selling next to you, the Chinese will shop with the Chinese. If you set up a business, the same thing apply to the Indian. Indians will first shop with Indians. Europeans will shop with Europeans. Black people are the only race of people who will spend their money with another race of people who don't like them or who don't care about them. So I must agree with the young Chinese man. We are so far in that situation, the stupidest set of people that has ever walked the face of the earth.
Are you surprised? It happens. And this is what drives our daily activities. Igbo people, Biafrans, embrace other people without embracing their own brothers, without embracing their own wives, without embracing their own sons, without embracing their own daughters. They will rather embrace their enemy just to look good. Betrayal. And you see how it exploded internationally, that it can no longer be masked. You can't cover it. They have observed it, and they know this is who we are, and they are taking full advantage of it. Look at our resources. Who are those using it? Foreigners. Have you, as the owner of the resources, have you, as the owner of the land, tried to preserve what you have? No. Rather, you will watch them raise their army. You will watch them raise their security apparatus to fight against you, so that you will not raise your head to oppose them. Who are these security men? They are using your own brothers, your own sons, who cannot reason, who cannot ask, why is this happening? For the fact that he is a foreigner, you are willing and able to work with him to kill your own people, and at the end you will succumb. See how they are taking over your own ancestral land. You are not perturbed. It's like nothing is troubling you. When our leader raises alarm, you attack him. See how they are picking up young men. Who are these people they are picking up? They say they are the ones that were caught with firearms and bombs and knives, but they have Maeti Allah, they have the Fulani herdsmen, all sorts. They have not arrested them. Let's say yes, that's what they did. Are they not justified? They are justified. I don't know who those people are, and I don't believe that they committed the offense by which you arrested them. I'm saying it hypothetically. What if that's what they have the right to defend themselves? They have every right to acquire anything they like to protect their families. Why is it a crime if the police cannot defend them? Why is it a crime if the police that's supposed to defend them is the one attacking them, killing them, raping their men and their women, destroying the young girls, destroying their uterus? It is not far from what they did in the 60s cutting and ripping open the wombs of pregnant women. They hate so much that they hate the unborn. And today you are dancing the tune of the politicians that have already signed a deal with the Fulanis to suppress and oppose you. And when we say we have no brain, when our leaders say we are foolish, hopeless people, you say we don't like the way he's talking. Is he telling the truth or not? Is he telling you facts, or is he lying to you? I don't care how it comes out. You are in the military. There's a way you get things done, whether you like it or not. It might not be what you want. What you want does not count. What counts is the fact. If you're intelligent, somebody insults you, you go back and say, why was I insulted? You go to the office, your manager insults you. You don't go home. You won't even tell your wife that your manager insulted you. You keep quiet, because right within you, you know that you committed unpardonable offense, or you couldn't do your job. I don't equate it with a manager that hates you. Regardless of what you do, you will be brought to books. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying honest reprimand. When you're reprimanded for not doing what you're supposed to do. Some of us go home, we don't even tell. And then you take out the frustration on your poor wife. I say, honey, welcome. Your foolishness and your mistake and your stress, you dump on your lovely partner. And then sometimes to your children, you start bullying them. That is what is happening today. Our leader has borne the brunt of this struggle. And you have the Fulefus. When we call them a Fulefus, you don't know why we call them a Fulefus. They are these people the Chinese see, and they say these people are foolish. It is not the act of one person. It is in general what they see us do. When they watch us and see what we do, they say, aha, we told you so. We told you that this is the way these people are. And you go and confirm it. Your behavior confirms what they say about you. Your behavior confirms the way they have assessed you. You're fighting for your survival. You're fighting for your future. It is you that will do that fight. As we talk, Britain is sending or has sent their military advisor, one of their top-notch, to Abuja. It does not matter. It does not matter. We have demonstrated to them that we can stand on our own. It is what we do that has frightened them. The same people they don't want to see are the same people that are standing tall, defending themselves. This is Catriona Lang, the same lady dancing with the Fulanis. Great to have our Armed Forces Minister here today. His visit here demonstrates how important and how much we value our defense relationship with Nigeria. I am looking forward to his arrangements with senior members of the Nigerian Army over the next few days. This is Catriona Lang, the same woman that was dancing with the Fulanis last month. This is to incite fear in you. The Oduduwas are gone. Let that general come and deal. Whatever is ranking, let him come. Whatever Nigerian army that is left, that's the one he will command. When he's done fighting with the Hausas, then they will be fighting the Yorubas, and then they will be fighting the Biafrans. I will see what is left of them. After all, how many wars have Britain won? You saw how Argentina treated them in the 80s, but not for the help of the US. Argentina squashed Britain. Falkland crisis. You have not forgotten it. And their modern style now is you can't go alone. So when they go and collect their partners in crime, they commit the offense as a unified force, not to look evil to the eyes of the world. They will start framing the people they are going to attack. They start framing their leaders, and then they will go to war, and then devastate the population and leave them leaderless. And the poor people will be crying, suffering, while they reap the fruit of their spoils, the loot, and they leave you sprawling, brother against brother. We are not afraid. We have made up our mind to do what we want to do. For those of you that are in the Senate, in the House of Reps, your judiciary, you are not a sovereign nation. You are not free. You are just there as decoys. You are not talking. You are being enslaved in a modern way over and over again. And you will be foolish to say you are a country. The one you forgot, the one that escaped your mind, 2019 election. Who was the prominent face you saw? Recognizable face you saw? Jeremy Hunt and Obama. To keep Nigeria one is a task that must be done. How? Since when? And you saw people that were machine gunned to death. And then Jeremy Hunt came to tell you the election is fair and square. And there's the ones telling you about diversity. They cannot even stomach their own diversity. Mere trade, common trade, they cannot see eye to eye with other European countries. Hence, you had Brexit. Not to talk of you that have nothing in common with a Fulani person. You have nothing in common with a Yoruba. You have nothing in common with the Hausa. But you fused everybody together and watch us hate ourselves because we are different. If we had come in a very sincere way, like the Oduduwas, we approached them clean hand and make our friendship, lay the foundation out of mutual respect, you will see the harmonious interaction. If we had done same with the Arewas, you will see the harmonious interaction. If we had done that with the Middle Belt, you would have seen mutual interaction, and happy one. After all, don't we interact with Togo? Don't we interact with other African countries? Then why can't we interact with our immediate next door neighbors? Countries that used to be one. But because of the differences, because we have foresight as to what will happen to our children, what will become of them, we decided to do things in a different way. This is what shows you that you are capable of ruling yourself. You know where you've placed yourself, you cannot move forward. You have never moved forward. See how they squander the resources. In the pocket of few. And the same people are the ones ferrying your goals out from the middle of the forest. And they leave you bone dry. And they are the ones sending their military advisors. They are not done. Why are they still hell-bent on you? Because you cannot reason. You don't want to disengage. You don't want to tell them you are fed up. Instead, you have your own people, the Ezes, the Ohaneses, congregating. And you watch our people, the youths that are supposed to rise up and say, enough is enough. No, they watch. It's like watching your brother being beaten, and you have thousands of people. They become spectators instead of rendering help. And you don't know, tomorrow it will be your turn. If you besiege them once and for all, 3,000 besieging 6 policemen, 6 soldiers, tomorrow they will not do it again. They will bomb you. They are not done with suicide bombing. Your eyes will be wide open. And let me see what area you're going to preside over. Since you're thinking about 2023, you want to be a president of Fulani nation. They will never allow you to rule over them. They will use you as willing tool, and never will allow you to rule yourself. It is happening. They boasted. They will neutralize you, do this. What are they doing? They are calling their father, the British military, to come. Each force they have put up against Biafrans, they are losing. 66 to 70/71. They did not fight any war. They did not win any war. Britain, Russia, Egypt, Arab world, they came and fought the war for you. I mean, how many years did it last? 3 years. What stops you from talking peace? What stops you from telling the world you are matured? You can reason. You can show the world that you are capable of doing things in a civilized manner. No, they will not, because they know that you are cannibalists. They know you are very, very destructive. They know you cannot reason. They know you have no value for your fellow black person. Who are the most likely tools they will use? You. And here comes Katrina Long. I'll say it, I'll read it again. Great to have our armed forces minister. So if it is British armed forces minister, so everybody from Middle Belt, duck, hide. The almighty British armed forces minister here. Or you're from Oduduwa, the British armed forces minister is here. You will duck. You will hide. Biafran, the British armed forces, then you will duck. No. He is a human being, just like you. He can reason just like you. He can die just like you. He can cry just like you. Then why will he alarm you? If you make Lai Mohammed the defense minister and he goes to London, you think they will pay credence to what he's saying? After all, Britain trained the SARS. And when you figured out what SARS was doing, you rose against SARS. And that's when you started hearing the truth about SARS. Who trained them? Why did they train them? For them to kill you, harvest your organs, and send it to them. And this is why they continue to suppress you. It seems nobody is listening. Great to have our armed forces minister at JSH Hepre here today. His visit here demonstrates how important and how much we value our defense relationship with Nigeria. I am looking forward to his engagement with senior members of the headquarters of Nigerian Army and Nigerian government over the next days. So be it. So be it. We know what you're planning. You are not ashamed. After killing millions and millions of Biafrans, you did not see it as genocide. How stony-hearted you can be. And if this is the way they are, why do our people still associate with them? Why do our people still rely on them for certain issues, especially Biafrans, after what they did to our people? Watch pogrom, watch genocide occur, the genocide they engineered. Kidnapping. Every day they are kidnapping our people. Why are they kidnapping our people? Did Britain say anything about it? No. They know. They have been doing these things for a prolonged period of time. And we act as if nothing is happening to us. Why? Because they know we are foolish. They know that we will not react. They know that we love them regardless of what they do to us. They see us as lesser of human beings. Tell them anything, they will believe. You can easily convince them, and they are right. We can easily be deceived. And those that cannot be deceived, they are coming after. Our people must stand firm, be rigid, and don't buckle. These people have done us evil. They have done us bad. There's something they sent me here. I don't know what it is. something that happened in Abo this morning. It's horrific, but I don't know what it is. They did not put any wording, but let me play it.
People are dying. People are dying. People are dying. People are dying. Look at somebody I have in my car too. Look at what is happening. Look at my car too. Somebody I just helped brought to the hospital. They are telling me. See, they are telling me they don't have equipment. Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Okay, so I think it's a past incident. But that is the country you say is a country. Since 1960, up to date, you don't have equipment. And you continue to say you belong to that entity. I don't think so. It has nothing to do with being anything you think you want to be. The fact of the matter is that we are not the same. We cannot be the same because we have done everything possible to be the same. We have even tried to dress like you. That is being very condescending. And you see the ministers dress like them. That is being subconsciously unaware of what you are doing. These people have done us a lot of damage. And after all this, I don't see why anybody will, in his rightful mind, will come up to say, one Nigeria, or I want to be president of Nigeria. They attack you, and they admit it proudly, without any reservation. What else do you think you can get from Britain? Nothing. Nothing. They know they are depending on you, and they will do everything in their power to suck you bone dry. Our leader will be on the air tomorrow, 7 p.m. Biafra time. Don't forget. He will be on the air tomorrow. Don't mind those politicians. The Oduduwas, keep up the good work. Continue with what you're doing. Freedom is priceless. When you get your freedom, the same people stopping you from getting your freedom will come to you. They will come to you. They will tell you then, forget about the past. Forgive us. We made a mistake. What they are doing is the last dance. They want to see if you will buckle. If you buckle, they say, yeah, we've won. And that is what they're doing. They want to see if you say no. And they want to test you if you are very resolute. It is some people anybody that stands firm, anybody that says, I love my people, you stand by what you say, not say it and turn around and do something different. African leaders that have stood to them, they killed with the help of your brothers. Are these our brothers not thinking? Are they not the same people that will suffer the same problem that's resulted in their leaders being killed? How do you think they will leave you? They will not leave you. Because you are part and parcel of their target. We have tried. We have explained to you the situation, what the issues are. Stop letting them gun you down like a dog in your own land, in your own ancestral land. Let them do whatever. You are resolute. You are strong, and you want to be who you are. You want to ensure that what you are doing is for the benefit of your children and generation to come. After all, why do you have species? It's for the next generation to continue. Even animals and trees, you burn them, the root is underground, and they will regenerate. How much more human beings? If you destroy your root, if you destroy the sources of your regeneration, your generation will vanish and will be no more. Nobody will do that for you but you. After all, they will be happy to see you vanish. They are here. They are here. They are not going away. They cannot leave you without fighting. It is that mentality of depending on Britain, foreigners, belittling yourself, making yourself vulnerable. Do you see the way the Chinese accused us? Do you see how it is playing out? Our own people, belittling our own people, selling them out, making them vulnerable, and they will continue to be irrelevant. But you cannot do that to them. You cannot even go to their land and do certain things. I will remind you once more that they have started. Let's say you are in London. They have started to arrest your sons because they are black walking in the street. That is their offense. I will open the phone line. And the call number is +1 484 767 0848 +1 484 767 0848. If for any reason you did not catch what I played earlier, I will be glad to replay it. Maybe that will make you understand what we are talking about. I will play it again.
Good afternoon, everyone. Nation Speaks. Just want to highlight something that transpired today in a conversation with one of the assistant managers to one of the Chinese wholesale outlet. Excuse me. Talking to one of the gentlemen, he quit his job today. A very popular Chinese food store here in Nassau, and he said to me, he said he was sick and tired of the way the Chinese behaves and the way they talk to them. And he said today, having a conversation with one of the young Chinese managers, the Chinese manager said to him that black people are the stupidest set of people that has ever walked the face of the earth. The Chinese said to him that there's no other race in the world more stupider than black people, and that's why black people is to the bottom of every economic ladder in the world, and they will never rise up. He told him, he said, you know, this is a black country, and in this black country, a Chinese or any other ethnicity, any other race of people, whether it's Indian, Chinese, Arabs, and he went on, I don't want to quote verbatim to make a mistake, saying they can come into a black country and they can set up a business next to a black person in a black country, and with the help of the black people, they will put the black man out of business in a matter of weeks. Let me say that again. He said that a Chinese or any other ethnicity can come into a black community or a black country, set up a business next to a black person in a black country, and in a matter of weeks, with the help of black people, they can shut black people out of business. Now, when he highlighted the fact that black people are stupid, I was in awe. But when he explained it to me, I must agree. For another ethnicity to come to our land and tell us that we are the stupidest set of people that has ever walked the face of the earth, we would argue and get angry, but it's a fact. What he said is a fact. Any other ethnicity can set up a business in our country next to black people and will get the support of none of its own people. There are people that go to another race, and he said this far to say, and black people are the only people that has ever done that. And that's the truth. It sounds cruel, but it's the truth. Because you can set up a store no matter what your prices are. Once the Chinese are selling next to you, the Chinese will shop with the Chinese. If you set up a business, and the same thing apply to the Indian, Indians will first shop with Indians. Europeans will shop with Europeans. Black people are the only race of people who will spend their money with another race of people who don't like them or who don't care about them. So I must agree with the young Chinese man. We are so far in that situation the stupidest set of people that has ever walked the face of the earth.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Do you see how it affects the way we behave? Do you see how it transcends? It is not only in business, the way we judge other people. The way we judge other people. That is what happens. That is what we are saying. We have to look at ourselves. have to deeply try to understand what it is we are not doing right. What is it that we are not doing right? What is it? Do we respect ourselves? Do we understand our usefulness? Do we? That is something we don't know. This is why when we look at people, we wonder why they're looking at us in a different way. When we look at things that happen to us, we try to find out why those things are happening. If we can find out, if we can determine, then we can change our ways. And how do we get these things done? By learning from other people. And when we learn from other people, we make our own ways to be good. We continuously criticize our own people. And we don't know if we are doing what is right or what is wrong. If anybody finds out that we are doing what is wrong, and you try to correct it, it becomes an offense. Because you feel you are too big to be corrected. And once you feel too big to be corrected, there's no way somebody is going to make you see the light of the day. You will remain in your own world. You will continue to be doing the same thing over and over again. I might say that let me see if let me see. If something is wrong. I know some people are calling, but it's not coming in. It's not coming through. And I don't know. I don't know why it's not coming through. Let me check. My connections are here, but I traveled, and every other thing here is connected. Just give me a second. Let me check. Okay. The call number is +14847670848. I have solved the issue. +14847670848. This is what we have been dealing with. We have people berate us. We have people talk bad about us, and still we cannot be able to say this is who we are. But the very person that has tried to make us conscious about who we are, about what we do, we castigate him, we chastise him, because he said something which you think is different. Call your name and where you're calling from. Call your name and where you're calling from. Call your name and where you're calling from. That call is stopped. Call your name and where you're calling from. Call your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi Alozie, good afternoon. I know where they talk.
Good.
For this, who be these people where they tamper your line? People they call, you know, if you pick.
I don't know. That's the way it is. It happens sometimes. How are you?
Okay, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Fellow Biafra, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good night. No matter my name is Emma from Mary as well. He's going out and coming in. He say and protect all the IPOB leadership and every one of us working, fighting for this noble work and fight we choose to do. Okay, they protect every one of us protect everything we lay our hand, protect anything we are doing to support this struggle in the mighty name of Chukwu Christ. He said, Mazi Alozie, I just want to talk about the latest development, British government coming to come and qualify their investment, their company. You know, Mazi Alozie, if Britain don't take out hand in supporting our enemies, what happened to the Egyptian will happen to them? They will collapse. This is their empire. Biafra will destroy them because they are here to destroy us, and we can't allow them anymore. They should know all their tricks. We know them now. All the whole support he gave to our enemy, he gave to Fulani, and they are coming now to tell them nothing will happen, that you are there. We will see now. Britain, I want to tell you, there is Almighty Creator. You are not Creator. You don't own us. You have done a lot of things. Inflict a lot of wounds in us, and we will forgive you. Take your God, change our names to your name. No, this generation, I don't think it is always going to be like that. Enough is enough. If you choose to allow us to go in peace, we'll go in peace. It can still exist. But if you choose to make us go other way, we will retaliate all the way from slave trade. We can't forgive you. We know all what you did to us. But one thing I want to let you people know, there is Almighty Creator. And it's even said in those Bible, you people, it's a history book. Those that enslave others will be enslaved. Britain have inflicted a lot of wounds on us, and they can't continue. Fulanis. If you want to remain, exist a little bit before you cause your destruction. Go in peace. But if you people taking the advice of the Britain, but nothing is going to happen. That you are there, their military is there, or their military is there, power will fail every one of you. You cannot defeat a volunteer army. That is who we are. Fulani can't conquer us. Britain can't conquer us anymore. We are letting every one of you know that we are here for peace, for our freedom. But if you still choose the hard way, we are ready. We are ready to sacrifice anything. Mazi Alozie, this is what I want to let the British government and good people of Britain to know. Enough is enough. All hail Biafra, sign off from here.
Thank you very much. The call number is +1 4847670848. This time, their people will be alerted about what their government is doing. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, Mazi.
Good morning from here.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, my elder. Good morning to you. It's unfortunate that I'm not in a very good mood this afternoon, but we must continue. Thank you so much for being here for us, speaking on our behalf, talking to our people, talking to the whole world about our plight. About our plight. I repeat again. The whole world is listening to our voice. And we are saying this. Enough is enough. I want to ask my leader something this afternoon. Onyendu, good afternoon to you, sir. Mazi Alozie calling from South Africa. If not letter, please send on behalf of indigenous people of Biafra to everybody in the whole world, every government palace, to ask Britain that we ask them the name of Chukwu Kika Biama to let the children of Elohim to live. And they should not forget, they will pay for the damage they have caused in 1967 to 1970. Enough. If they think they are mighty, something mightier than them will overrun them. Ask Britain, my leader, that we, the children of Elohim, with the indigenous people of Biafra and the people that are stuck in Nigeria. Is asking them to take their army, take their intelligence to Britain. This is Africa. If they think we cannot change the course of history, these people they see, we change it. As I was speaking to some friends this afternoon, if Britain wants us to bomb Britain down, they should try any nonsense, either by supplying firearm or by supplying soldier to Nigeria. The answers they have done, there is still comparison and comparing. People are comparing to make sure that Britain pay for what they did to Nigerians by training SARS and give them firearm to come and harvest organs of the people. Everything is on record. Britain, France, leave us alone. We want to go back and serve our God. We want to go back to the land that God gave to us. You cannot come to our land and enslave us again. Our eye has opened. Please, my leader. Because my elder brother died in this thing in 1968. They should leave us alone. My mother cannot farm because of Fulani. And the Britain hand over Nigeria to Fulani to make sure that we are destroyed. Like my brother that just finished talking now. If Fulani still know what is good for them, if they think that Britain is standing by their side, Britain is not standing. What Britain is doing is to make sure that the population of Africa is reduced. Fulani is so daft and stupid set of people. You cannot see beyond your that robbery that you are robbing people's mineral resources. You and Britain. Britain cannot do something else than robbing people, robbing black poverty people, only robbing them and let them scatter all over the world and give them peanuts. That's all Britain could do. And their alliance, Fulani, just to steal and destroy is what they are doing. Enough is enough. Mazi, you're welcome from your trip. Ndewo.
Thank you very much. They are used to relying on Britain for everything. So Britain is still assuming that they are masters. It is the impression we have given to them, and they will continue until we stop it. Caller, morning, and where are you calling from?
Yeah, Mazi Alozie was giving from WhatsApp and I hear from Omaka in all local routes of Biafra land. Mazi, we will continue to appreciate our beloved brother Mazi Nnamdi Kamano, memories and all his lieutenants doing the needful, and especially the heavily sent beautiful angels that are defending and doing justice to Biafra land. And all the volunteers, every fanatical Biafra, men of valor, radical Biafrans, everywhere this is the time. We appreciate all of you. Yeah, Mazi, there's no too much talking in evening gospel. Mazi, like Chukwudi just said from South Africa, he lost his senior brother or elder brother, 1968. Mazi, I am born 68. You know how many years it is now. And I think Oyendo have said, Mazi, I think we have crossed this Rubicon. We don't need to beg anybody. What I personally believe now, we have talked much. Mazi, we have gone to European Union here 2 times, even when Oyendo was in 2017. Since he came out, we have gone there. Mazi, we have gone to Geneva. And even in America, Oyendo has done everything he ought to do. So what I personally believe, I for one, we will start hitting Britain. That thing that is giving them this weight in our country, that they stayed there like Aradites. Mazi, they cannot come all the way from Britain to control us in our land. Mazi, we live here in Europe. Mazi, before God and man, all this European Union, they never liked the Britain. I married a European. I lived for almost 60 years with her. Mazi, we know what is happening. Mazi, we know what is happening. They don't like Britain. Why did Britain get out of European Union? Why did Britain get out of Roman Catholic Church and form their own apostolic? But they don't want other people to go. Mazi, there is no too much talking in gospel, evening gospel now. What if we are just waiting for Oyendo to tell us to do the needful? we start that destruction, both the France or both the Netherlands, these are people that are holding us. What we cannot, only can, anyway, I will not decide for him, but I know he had done everything humanly possible. All these preachings, Mazi, are they not hearing it? All this demonstration in Europe and all over the world, are they not hearing it, seeing it? The earlier we start, the better. That thing that they get to, that is giving them the result, they develop their place, they don't want to develop. We start tampering it. By then, the whole world will hear us. That's what I want to say. I remain okay for you. And Mazi, thank you again for the number you just announced yesterday for our IPOB unit here. It's still ongoing. If you are in Poland here and the environs, you still call the number, please, and join the unit, the meeting here, Ipob in Poland. It's +48736 766 I will repeat it again. +48736 766 here in Poland. Mazi, thank you. I remain okay for you. Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It is their game plan: subdue and take over. Subdue and take over. That's all they're doing. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
This is AKA in the hands of the season, the only son in Biafra land. Once again, you are welcome to the body. And honestly, I want to thank all Biafrans, all freedom lovers. And I want to say kudos to my hero,
Mazi, your voice is very low. We can't hear you. Your voice is very low.
Can you hear me now, sir?
A little better. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, better. Go ahead.
Okay. Good evening to you once again. Good evening to all Biafrans. I want to be expressed for what I'm about to say. And it's going to come in form of a question to any of us who have the answer, maybe social media time of our blog. Give me the answer. During the 1885 Berlin Conference, putting it right, do Africans have a say into that gathering? One. And if they do, is there any law that permitted that whosoever have conquered such people out of exploration or maybe in their merchants will always remain loyal to them? If they need freedom, they should ask them for that freedom and it will grant it to them. And if there is nothing like that, I want to let Biafrans know that issues are coming up, which they even know before us. And another request I'm making, sir, these people out there, come let me go down to the heavenly way, because except they have the translator, they will understand what I'm saying. Now, let me go down. All no way can get you when done about the come on number one. All no way can get you about one because I'm not going to commit him got to me. A man only into arrest. You're gonna call. Ndara and a body then, and they feel in a hazard. Go on because all Alan Catalile who know for Planda and a court, and Danny quite a court. Oh, no, what I go to near come go to that. And now if we are not church, but I always know I be no one ever who know Maralo only Mesipon again, who have one eye for I ever. I have one attack on your blood. I have a who know that. I have one all the kind of present, all the kind of shiri, the way you can return only 1 year will return. Oh, I have no take again, 1 year will take a mine as one more. Let me tell you, listen, people, if you do not restrict or retreat from this, don't join you have built against us. You will use your tongue and pick it up. I don't want to say much, sir. I love you. I'll come back to you next time. I remain AKA Ndana Parimado, miscreant of the season. Bye, sir, and God bless.
Thank you. It's been a while, and it's partly my fault as well, but I was overwhelmed. So those chances I do have to call, I don't anymore. Many people have not called because of the way things have shaped up. Britain they're acting because you have given them the power. You have given them the impression that without them you cannot stay. That is why they are doing what they are doing. Call out your name and where you calling from. Call out your name and where you calling from. Call out your name and where you calling from. That call did not go through, and the calls have started to drop. Those calls have started to drop, so
please do leave me a message and I'll give you
+1 484 767 0848. Call out your name and where you calling from.
See, my man Ugo Onyejaka. Mazi, I am calling from the United States of America. I reside here in Washington, D.C., but I am from Amibo. Amibo is in Olo. Amibo is the home of the tiger, and Amibo is the home of King Jaja. Mazi, thank you so much for all the things that you do for Biafrans. I thank God Almighty for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi, I listened to all your submissions this morning. And when we are talking about Britain, we know that Britain has been a part of what the problem that we are having in Nigeria today. Britain has been a part, just an accomplice to the death of our people. 5.5 million children that were intentionally starved to death the decision was made by Britain. Britain have inflicted a lot of wound to us. Britain, have done everything that they could do to us. Britain do not want us to live in our country, in a place that God gave to us. We have never gone to meddle into British problem. We have not gone to do anything wrong to Britain. But they have decided to make our life miserable by using the Fulanis. But now they have come again that they want to bring their military. It is the same military that they brought that kill and starve our children. 3.5 million children were starved to death. And 5.5 million Biafran we are unaccounted for up to today. That is a direct war that the British they are bringing to us. The issue there is that this is not 1967, 1968, or 1970. This is not it. We are in a new era now. The only thing I want to tell Biafrans is for them to stand up, because now they have been marked out to be exterminated. And this is what British is doing. British and then the Fulanis are the same. So the issue there is we have to fight for our preservation of our life. We have to fight for our children to exist, for our land not to be taken. Britain have exploited our land. They have taken all the resources. They did everything. I have never seen people that have gone through what we have gone through in this world. For all those years, more than 60 years, we are still going through the same thing. So my people, you all have to wake up. This is not business as usual. So I thank God now that the Fulanis, the Hausa people are getting up. I thank God the Middle Belt people have been affected the same way, and then they do the West. So, but now, for us, Biafra, for you to know, for British to get up to come and then say what they said, that means that we are just doing a lot of damages. We are holding them where we want them. The zoo is collapsing. This is the reason why now they are coming. What are they coming for? They are coming to guide their pipeline. That is what they are coming for. All these things that is doing there, they are the interest. Without the oil that is coming from Biafra land, British will never be in existence. So it is their economic experience, the economic this thing that they're coming to protect. That is what they are coming for. It's nothing but that. And remember, this is the Royal Niger Company, and it is their company that are coming to protect their interests, and that is what it is. So, but now, I thank God we have our ESN. There is no two ways about it. This ESN is volunteer people. Every Biafran must be an ESN. Every Biafran must be an ESN. That is, you have to be a one-man squad. You have to defend yourself. You are an Eastern security person. You are, as far as you are an Easterner, you have to protect yourself and you have to do it. You don't have to take the command from Nnamdi Kanu to tell you what to do. There are things that you can do yourself, and then there are things that other ESN that are controlled by Nnamdi Kanu can do. We don't have to, every time we are waiting for the ESN to go and do the job for us. One person can get up and then do the needful. You see something that is not right, you have to, do it. Somebody coming to your house to kill you, you know that definitely you have to do something. Somebody have killed your mother or killed your father, you have to do something. Somebody have killed your brother, you have to do something. You don't have to wait an order from Nnamdi Kanu. If we continue doing this thing individually, believe me, they will know that we are angry. But since the British they are coming back, Biafra land is going to be their burial ground. But what I'm telling you, please, my brother, let us go ahead and support the ESN, support the Eastern Security Network, donate to Eastern Security Network, do the needful. Don't matter how little it is. This is not the time that we say, oh, you don't know where to pay. Oh, I don't have money. The money that you are putting in Eastern Security Network is the money that you are putting to preserve your life. It is the money that you are putting to secure your family. Because you don't know when you step out of the house if any police, any Fulani, police or Fulani military can kill you at any time. So what we are fighting for you. And because of that, please just do the needful, donate. If you want to do this, I will urge you to go to our website. And that our website is www.ipobinUSA.org/donate. www.ipobinUSA.org/donate. So if you go to this website, then the only thing you have to do is just Google. Through the Google, you have a smartphone, you can do it. So this donation is for ESN. This donation is for our media, and this donation is for the prayer for the unknown gunmen. So, Mazi, thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, Mazi Alozie. We must continue to support our ESN. Unfailingly, we must continue. This is why we are still alive. Our leaders surprise the world. All they do is run over us, attack us, killing us for no reason, just because we are Biafrans. They want us dead. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Caller, your name and where you're calling from. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
From here. Good morning. Good evening, fellow Biafrans. Thank you. Good evening, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom. My name is Pastor Jack. I'm calling from Lagos as usual. In order to, in addition to what our brothers and our callers have just said, there's no more different I'm going to say than saying we must unanimously work very hard to support ESN. That is the only force we have had behind us. The time of killing our people anyhow, by anyhow killing our people, by the discharges of the so-called terrorists in uniform, abduction of our people, I think that time has come and gone. We will not let them be as long as they continue to militarize our land and abduct our people. We will continue to resist them and we will also continue to serve them justice. There is one thing we must have to understand. The world has looked the other way around. They did it before when we were killed, over 5 million of us. The world looked the other way around. Up until now, British is evil. When I say British, I mean the government. They are evil. Katrina Lang and their people, they invite their people, they are holding meeting, discussing strategies, how they can penetrate us and weaken us. But we want to tell them something. If we were able to withstand the war 1967 to 70 without anything, how much more now? We hit British, we will hit UK in UK. We will fight you home and abroad. We are telling you the truth. Some of us over there, we dedicate our life to them. After all, people are suicide bombers. What do they give to them? It is because of what they believe. We go that length to make sure we save anything that's remaining of our people. We will use every means humanly possible to make sure that our race is not being wiped out. British has committed a lot of atrocities, yet they continue to commit. In the north, every day they are kidnapping, they are bombing everywhere. They never confront the terrorists. Rather, they liaise with the Boko Haram and bandits. They give them money. They bring up Boko Haram and tell you that they are repentant Boko Haram. And they put them, they integrate them into the army. And they will give them guns, send them to Biafra land. They will continue to kill us. Then the British will deal in their eye with other people. But what to assure them, we will hit you hard. We will make sure no functional pipeline is working in this particular dispensation. We will hit you so hard that physically anything you want, we will give to you. We are ready to die to get our freedom. Nothing will dissuade a people that have made up their mind. So what we must have to do is to make sure they do not succeed in breaking the spirit of Biafra. I know that Dr. Dimba has already signed and given his life and everything to the Janjaweed. But we must make sure, tell him that Imo is Biafra land. And every other one working with those Janjaweeds and those politicians, liaising with them, bringing security into our land to be abducting our people. They will be stationing Navy and all that, militarizing our land. It will backfire because we will fight you. We are in a guerrilla warfare with you. And we will continue that approach until we hit you a heavy blow. We are not going to relent until we die. But I know as long as we serve a living God, we will fight till the last man standing. Nobody is giving up. We will continue to fight. But be rest assured, what those people that God sent, the unknown government, what they are doing to you is just a child's play to what you are yet to see. Continue the militarization and you will see how God is going to pay you back. We will serve justice to every abduction, every person you have killed in Biafra land, and nobody will stop us. Soon, all the politicians, we will serve you justice. The approach of Jerry Lawrence must surely and certainly be brought upon you to serve justice so that you will test that same soup we cook for other people and you know how it tastes. As always, at this juncture, I want to say thank you and God bless Biafra. We'll continue until Biafra is restored. All hail Biafra.
Thank you very much. Well, they don't care. They don't have respect for us. That is why they do what they do. They feel they can do it and get away. That is why they do what they do. They know that they have our political leaders in their pocket. That is why they do what they do. These people have murdered us, have no regard for us, and don't care what they do to us. And what we do is watch. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Call out your name and where you're calling from. I think I'm still having A problem with the connection. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Hello, Mazi Alozie. Good evening, sir.
Good morning from here.
It's Okechukwu from here. Is Okechukwu from Idemiri.
Welcome.
For this your topic today, it's a wonderful one. Wonderful one. Okay, I have something to ask you, or maybe I just ask you. Maybe you will tell me something. Do you know? Because I live here in Germany. First of all, sorry, I'm calling from Germany. I live in Germany, in Dortmund. You know me already. Okay. Britain, they make before they get out from European Union. Do you know how many times they make referendum? Not less than one, not less than two, not less than three referendum to come out from European Union. Do you know that last 2 or 3 months, Catalonia, Spain, they do referendum. Likewise, like Scotland and so on. Why we Africa we want to do it is very hard for us. Why these people are putting us in I don't know how I would say it. They do referendum when they like, but we to do that is very hard for us. I promise God and I promise you, if these people want to go again like 1960 something, what I want to say, because you say that only will talk maybe tomorrow or something like that. Like me, I pay about €50 every month. Make increase it, make it up to be ready. No, I tell you this thing before. Now I tell you this thing if you don't forget. To get a hard done. I'm ready, giving all money, even if I don't pay house for that man. To give all what I have to fight these people. This will not be like a 1967. Because I know the suffer. That's why if you show me a picture for Kwashioko, I stop looking for your distance. Because I was born that time, I was 2 years. That Kwashioko is us. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. So we will not stay and see this thing happen again. So anything Britain are planning for us, we will be ready. We will be ready. We will give all what we have here. That's what I want to tell you. We have to be ready. So only we talk. If we increase what we pay, I pay about $50 every month. I don't mind if I will pay €1,000 every month. I pay only my house. I eat anything I eat. So please, sir. You know what I'm talking about, Alozie. I don't want to talk too much because I'm very angry now.
I know exactly.
There's no problem.
I know exactly what you're saying. So no problem. We'll get to it. Caller, your name and where you calling from? Caller.
Yes, my able father, Mazi Alozie. Mazi, good evening from Biafra land.
Good morning. Welcome.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. Thank you for the good work that you are doing for us, for our great nation, Biafra land. The land of Chukwu Kikabiama. The land that Elohim used and blessed his own people, which is the people of Biafra. And I thank my honorable great leader, my supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Hamadike one of Biafra land, the Chukwu Kikabiama. Continue to strengthen him and give him more wisdom for him to continue to bring Biafra for us in the name of Chukwu Kikabiama. He said, my name is Michael Israel. I come from Ogwe. Ogwe is in Asa, and Asa is Biafra land. Asa is under Aba province, Biafra land, the land of Elohim. Mazi, you know, one thing that, Mazi, I thought that this Britain, these British people, I thought that they are learned. I thought that they are, that they are well knowledgeable enough to understand that the killing and the mayhem they are committing in our land is too much. Because they are killing us every daily basis. They are killing us on daily basis. Mazi, so Jack said one thing, that some people they take decision to go on suicide bombing because of what they believe on. Britain don't know what is coming for them. Because if they know what is coming for them, they will let the children of Chukwokika Abiyama to go. They will allow us to go. If they know what is coming for them, Britain, we are waiting for you people and we are willing. We are Biafrans, we are IPOB. Yes, you cannot do anything. You see the land of Chukwokika Abiyama, you cannot take it, Britain. We are willing to fight you people because that war you people have been giving us. Oh, Elohim will destroy you people, Britain. We are willing to fight you. We will fight you people to the end because we have decided Biafra or death. We are not afraid of it. We are already dead, like as our leader said. Britain, you people don't know what is coming. Allow the children of Elohim, the children of Chukwokika Abiyama to go. Or destruction is coming for you people. Don't think that you will destroy the children of Elohim and go scot-free. No, we will not wait for Elohim to come and destroy you people. You don't know what is coming, that we are coming for you people. Mazi, thank you for the good work. They don't know what is coming. May Elohim continue to strengthen you. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It is what they have been doing. They don't care. They have no regards for your lives. And what do? They make sure that their company, their corporation, stays over your own safety, over your own future. The Royal Niger Company. You see how they protect their interest. And the most surprising thing is that it is our people that are assisting them. Our people. They don't have respect for you. If they don't, they will not do what they are doing to you. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Okay. That line is gone. Call out your name and where you're calling from. For one reason, this call keeps coming in, but it's not connecting. This call is coming in, but it's not connecting. I don't know why. I don't know why. Britain. Every day we call on Britain. Every day we call on Britain. And it seems like they don't know what we are talking about. It seems like they don't understand what we are talking about. They will by force. Call out your name and where you're calling from. This call, for one reason, is not responding. Maybe let me check. The call number is +14847670848. We will solve this issue sooner or later. I think it has to do with where am I? They don't care. They don't want to do anything other than killing you. That's all they want to do. Kill the Biafrans. Kill them. Wherever you see them, kill them. They have natural hatred for you. They have natural hatred for you. And for one reason, they will not stop. They are not going to stop. They will continue to do what they do best. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon or good morning, Mazi Alozie.
Good morning from here.
Yes. My brother, I salute you. I salute our leader, Mazi Alozie, all our broadcasters and all our brothers, all Biafrans all over the world. My name is Ifan Madabuti Bezu. I'm calling you from the Netherlands. You see, my brother, what I want to tell is about this the visit of the British military or
defense minister
or the defense minister, whatever he is. These people, remember our people, please remember, cast your mind back. Remember one man, very old man who worked in the foreign office. His name in colonial time, his name was Harold Smith. He said that while Britain wanted to die in Biafra and in Nigeria to hand us over to Fulani so that they can share whatever they get in Biafra land, was because Britain at that point in time was bankrupt. Now, Britain have just left the European Union that subsidized everything. They have their road, their transport system, their social housing, their social security, their European Union used to satisfy those things. But Britain, for whatever reason, decided to leave the European Union. Fair enough. They had a referendum in Britain and the majority decided to leave. Fair enough. And they left. Why is what is good for Goose Britain not good for Biafra Ganda? This is the hypocrisy that Britain has become. That is the hypocrisy that European Union has become. And that is the hypocrisy that United Nations has become. Because the white countries can know what is good for themselves, they sort themselves out, they agree, they make agreements. But when it comes to Africa, when it comes to Biafra, all they cry, we cry every day, they kill us. All the demonstrations we make, all the submissions we make, all the evidence we handed over, what are they sitting on it? And now Britain is going like a vulture against the Biafra land. But I'm saying, honestly, God forgive me for saying this, but we should not be people of little faith. But I'm telling Biafrans that we should not live by faith alone, because faith without good work is dead. We must prepare to fight anybody that stands in our way to freedom. Look, there's one line that Bob Marley sang. He said, "In every man's chest there beats a heart," which means every man dies. Be you red or yellow, white or black, you will die if you put a good AK-47 or even hunting. The person will go down. We are not dragging the electoral line of them. We are just saying, leave our Biafra alone. We have suffered. Let us go and lick and wound and try to develop Britain with peace. So that is by the way. My people, we don't have governors. Do you know, have you heard that Fulani Niet Allah paid all the governors of the south, including Benue, they paid them 3.8 billion naira or more so that they put in each local government in their state, they will put a ruga, which means flanization. And it's not enough for our goddamn Fulani administrators they call governor. It's not enough for them that they are sitting on the budget. budget allocation, emergency allocation, that allocation they're getting from Abuja, from our proceed from our land. But then they went and took money again from the Fulani jihadists, the Mietiala, 3.8 billion naira. That is what Anambra State is worth. That is why what Benue State was. That is why Otom went to Abuja. They remembered the deal. They call it Memorandum of Association. It is circulating now. It leaks from our 5 states. They gave it to all the governors of South to South and to sign, and then they give you the money, and then your state is gone. Your people are as good, even less than their sheep and their cattle. So my people, let's walk, let's watch, and then we pray in that order, and then we secure our land, and then we make friends. If they want, anybody want to make friends with us, or we'll be like Israel. Israel is doing fine. It's doing fine. If you are going to prayer, you get your ebonche nazugo to defend yourself. If you are going to work, your ebonche is in yazugo. It's not a problem. It's not a sin. We must wake up to defend our land. We must wake up to defend Biafra. Support ESN and don't talk too much. Thank you, my brothers. God bless Biafra. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That memorandum you're talking about is from Mazi Alozie. They are the government. They are the government that is running the zoo. So what do you expect? This is why your governors are not speaking. Now, every local government, they will have a Saraki. So they have to establish whatever they want to. Because this was in my topic for tomorrow. It's been there. That information has been out there. So when you look at the way people behave, you look at the way they respond to you, you start wondering why. You start wondering why things are the way they are. Caller, your name and where you calling from.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, Mazi Alozie.
Go ahead. We're listening.
My name is Chukwu Emmanuel. I'm a native of Ishagwe, State, Biafra land. I greet you once more. I greet my leader. Yes, today is another day. The British have come up to show their power in Nigeria. This is what happened 1960 when they hand over flag independence to Fulani, and everybody are dancing that day that Nigeria got independence. You have seen it today that everything has surfaced, and British have come up to show themselves, to show their power to Nigeria. What I want to say today is this. If you are in Nigeria, maybe from the north, maybe from the west, maybe from the east, wherever you find yourself, you must understand that Fulanis are working with Britain to make a slave of your people. It is left for you to accept to be a slave and to die as a slave. And your children unborn generation will be a slave. Because that is exactly what British means with the Fulanis. Fulanis are enemy of any tribe in Nigeria. This war they are going to set up now is going to be Fulanis versus other ethnic group in Nigeria. There will be no peace in Nigeria. Nigeria will remain a place where nothing will work, where there will be dead left and right, because that is what British want. All our people that travel to British and the United Nations and the United Europe, these very British, if from time to time it will deport so many of our people come and drop them in Lagos. Drop them without nothing, and the people become useless. But British today want our people to remain darkness, to remain slave. Everybody must stand now. This is the best time that everybody will prove that he is something. British are using Fulanis to destroy Africa as a whole. If you look at all the whole place in Africa where there is trouble, Fulani is there. Fulani has no land. Fulani is going from one place to destroy Africa. Radio Biafra has tried so much to open the eyes of people to know what the Fulani means with the British. This is a long-time range plan, and it's working for them. But now, our leaders have come, and all the whole thing has exposed for everybody to know the secret of Nigeria and British and the Fulanis. It is now or never. Thank you very much, Mazi Alozie.
Thank you.
All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. Thank you. This is where we'll be ending the broadcast today. We'll be on the air again tomorrow. And I thank all those that called in. Britain is doing what they're doing because we enable them. When the Yorubas say we are done, the Oduduwas is done. When the Middle Belt say it's done, it's done. Britain cannot do anything. They cannot do anything. That is the way it is. Thanks to all of you. We'll be on the air again tomorrow.
Good afternoon, wonderful people, great Biafrans, wherever you are on the surface of this very planet. We welcome you to another hopefully exciting and interactive edition of our live presentation on this very day, the 15th day of February in the year of our Most High Elohim 2021. And with the time now standing at precisely from this location that I am, 6 minutes past 12 noon in the afternoon in Houston, Texas, 6 minutes past 7 p.m. in the blessed land of Biafra, and the same number of minutes past the top of the hour, wherever you are listening to us from. We are live and we are direct. And Elohim and all the hosts of heaven is bearing us witness. On a very cold afternoon in Houston, Texas, we are coming live and hopefully uninterrupted to the entirety of humanity. Facebook, they have come again. My Facebook page, Mazi Alozie Official. Facebook will not allow me to stream on that platform. But we are live on my profile, my group page, which is Mazi Alozie. We are also live on Twitter. If you want to know my authentic, original Twitter handle, we are broadcasting live on Twitter. If you have a Twitter account, you can listen to this very broadcast live on that very platform. Do not forget that if you have not downloaded IPOB Community Radio or Radio Biafra app, I do encourage you to try and do so. Because the more they try to shut us down, the more we continue to grow exponentially. The Facebook things I cannot broadcast on their platform, I will broadcast on Twitter. And that is where we are this afternoon. And anybody who can get this very link via Mazi Alozie profile on Facebook, please try and share the link as extensively as possible. We are also on satellite. We are on Radio Biafra on FM platform back, not just in Biafra land, but across the damnable Zoological Republic. University of Radio Biafra is also on Facebook. You can go to University of Radio Biafra on Facebook to participate. They will try to remove some people. They will try to suppress, as they are doing right now. So I'm watching the figures here. But they are wasting their time because we know that the whole world is listening. What they are trying to do, not just to suppress us, is to try to make it impossible for the world to hear the truth. But this very afternoon from Houston, Texas, this very irrepressible truth will be preached on this very noble platform, this very Radio Biafra that Chukwuka Biama has created. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the largest mass movement on the face of this very earth, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. I am the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television. And by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, Chukwuka Biama Prumihanina, a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. As I welcome you, please welcome other people. As I said, if you go to my Twitter handle right now, at Mazi Alozie on Twitter, you should be able to hear us. You should be able to hear us. Things are happening all over Biafra land, but before we proceed, we must of course pray, because prayer is very, very important. Because we are Umu Chineke, which means the children of God. That is who we are. When somebody says to you that you are Wa Chineke, it means you are a child of God, and we are not going to abandon that very tag, because we are where we are today by the very special grace of God Almighty in heaven. Our enemies are warned. The more you suppress us, the more we grow. I don't think that Facebook actually realized that today we'll be broadcasting on Twitter, and that is where we are at the moment. They are scared of the truth. They are worried about us exposing the murderous tendencies of the Fulani Janjaweed. But here we must do so. But first of all, let us pray. And I will pray in the language of heaven, the oldest language on the face of this very earth. Eze nwanyi na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, eze ndị nsọ. Onye anyị na-aja mma wee na-eto wee na-agọzi aha nsọ ya mgbe niile. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya nwee ike niile. Onye sitere n'okwu ọnụ ya sọsọ wee kee ihe niile bụ ihe kere eke n'ụbọchị nke taa. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ usu niile nke ndị agha. Chineke nna nke ụmụ ogbenye, Chineke nna nke ndị Biafra, Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, onye anyị na-aja mma, onye ndị mmụọ ozi na-efe, onye mmụọ na-erubere isi, onye mmadụ dabere n'ahụ ya, onye ọ bụ naanị ya ka ndị okenye na-atụ mkpọ ọlaedo na mmasị na ọ dị nsọ. Ndị Igbo otu ga-ebighị ebi. N'ihi na eboghị mmadụ eboghị mmụọ, ịbụ Chineke nna. Ọ bụ naanị gị ka anyị na-akpọ, ka anyị enweghị iche ọzọ ewezụga gị. Anyị anaghị efe arụsị. Ọ bụ aha gị ka anyị ji aba mba were n'anya isi. Ihe niile nke anyị bụ n'ụbọchị nke taa bụ site na amara gị, onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna. O nweghị onye ọzọ ewezụga gị Chineke.
anyị wee na-ekele gị na-asị gị biko obi ọsọ ọsọ na ndị na-abatawa ụmụ gị n'ime ndị ekworo karịrị akarị n'ime anyị nna nke ebere dị ngọzi were amara gị na ebere gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị gị anyị wee na-arịọ gị ka iwe mee ngwa ngwa n'ihe na Fulani abatawo anyị ime ma ọsọ ọsọ gị onwe gị bụ eze ebube dị ngọzi ka iwe zọpụta ndị gị ndị niile kuniri si na ha bụ ndị iro Biafra ndị niile ka ha rabụ ndị kuniri wee na-agba anyị mgba ka ha rabụ ndị pụtara anụ nna nke ebere dị ngọzi si na Biafra agaghị adị ndị dị etu agaghị adị onye nwe m ihe ga-abụ nke ha ọgba aghara ga-anọ n'etiti ụtụtụ ehihie abalị mkpụrụ obi ha agaghị enwe ezumike ị ga-achụghachi ha azụ n'ihere nke onwe ha ha niile bụ ndị kuniri wee na-akpagbu Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke nna ị ga-ala ha niile n'iyi n'ihi n'okwu ibu ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ma leta anyị onwe anyị nna nke ebere dị ngọzi anyị onwe anyị bụ ụmụ gị ndị na-anya isi n'aha nsọ gị bụ ndị na-emere ọgọ onye nwe m bụ ndị na-achị iru gị mgbe niile bụ ndị site n'aha ha na-abụ ụmụ ha wee na-enye ha nsọ gị otuto anyị onwe anyị bụ ndị nwe ezi ịhụnanya ebe nzọpụta gị nakwa e mere mgbe onye na-asị na nke dị so na anyị ga-ebuli aha nsọ gị elu Chineke nke igwe anyị ga-aja gị mma onye ka eluigwe n'ụwa anyị ga-akpụ isi ala nye gị anyị bụ ụmụ ogbenye onye nwe m o nweghị ihe ọbụla nke anyị bụ n'iru gị n'ihi na ọ bụ anọkpa ahụ ka anyị bụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ kama na okwu nsọ gị na-anọgide ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi ihere pụrụ ime mmadụ dị ndụ na nke ebere dị ngọzi kama ị gaghị ekwe ka ihere wee mee okwu nsọ nke gị n'ihi na ọ bụ okwu ka iji wee ka eluigwe maka elu ụwa okwu nke i kwuru nkwa nke i kwuru anyị okwu ọgba ndụ nke i kwuru n'isi anyị eze ebube dị ngọzi ga-abịarịrị na mmezu na Biafra ga-abịarịrị na nke ebere ị ga-emere anyị amara gị n'ihi na ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye enyemaka naanị gị bụ onye nzọpụta ọ bụ naanị gị ka a na-etu Elohim Adonai El Shaddai onye dị nsọ ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi nara ekele otuto nsọpụrụ ịja mma site n'ebighị ma ruo n'ebighị ebi ka a na-arịọ gị ise this very afternoon, evening or night, depending on where you are, we must preach the gospel of redemption, the gospel of heaven, the gospel of restoration, the gospel of liberation, this very gospel of enlightenment, a gospel of hope, a gospel of education, that very gospel that will lead us from bondage into freedom, from slavery into emancipation. We are here to preach it unashamedly. Once again, if you're joining us for the very first time, you cannot get us on Facebook on my official Mazi Alozie Facebook page. No, we cannot broadcast there today. No. Facebook said no. Because they collect money from the zoo. And it is very, very unfortunate that those who are working for Facebook are predominantly our Yoruba brothers and sisters. Some of them have not learned any lessons yet. It was because of the betrayal, should I say, the treachery against Biafra, that is why today Fulani Janjaweed are occupying Yoruba forests. This very generation working at Facebook offices in Abuja and in Lagos, they have not learned anything yet. They have not learned anything. If they continue this way, they are going to suffer. They will suffer. We are preaching this very gospel unashamedly and without fear before our enemies. As those who will testify know very, very well, we are without fear before our enemies. We are whiter than white and whiter than snow. That is why we can do something that others can never do. Not even dream of doing, because the grace of the Almighty is upon us. I can preach this very gospel all the days of my life with relish. I want us this very evening, morning or night, depending on where we are, to look at the fast that happened at Lekki. The End SARS protest, Mark II, that should have happened at Lekki. And I say it this day, as I say it always, anybody who understands how we preach our gospel by now would come to the appreciation that we do not hide from speaking the truth. Lekki Phase 2 End SARS protest collapsed because Nigerian media have succeeded in creating a generation of cowards and lily-livered, spineless individuals pretending they are brave, hiding under convoluted grammar and English to not only deceive themselves, but to betray this very generation and those unborn. They couldn't stand up to the police. All of you are living in a damnable zoological republic where the truth cannot be spoken. The reason for that is because of the media that you have. They report opinion as news. They report people's gossipy tendencies or interpret it as being newsworthy. They have turned people into cowards. That is why the Fulani can brazenly stand up and attempt to change the narrative. From what is white to black, black to green, green to red, in broad daylight, they are claiming they are the victims. Fulani all of a sudden are now claiming they are the victims. When everybody knows they were the ones that brought terrorism, they were the ones that brought mayhem, slaughter, mass rape. They are the ones that brought ethnic cleansing. They are the ones that brought in insecurity. Everybody knows this. If you bother to study, if you bother to read for 1 second, you will understand the role that El Rufai played in all of this. You will understand the role that Bala Muhammad played in all of this. These are all Fulani governors in the north. You will understand the role that the late dead Buhari played in all of this. You will understand the role that Abakari played in all of this. You will understand the role that Issa Funtua played in all of this. All of you, you know, you pretend that all is well in the zoo, but you know that nothing is functioning. You know that the Fulanis are coming to take over your land. You know they are raping your women. You know that we shipped our ladies all the way to military barracks in the north where they are being raped. Right now they are in DSS custody in the north. All of you are aware that Hope Uzodinma did not win any election in Imo State, yet they imposed him upon us. All of you understand that it is Johannes Ndiaran and Yoshi who are being controlled by the Janjaweed North that is making our life a misery. All of you, you know all of these things, but you pretend otherwise. You pretend otherwise. Very, very sad indeed, and very, very shameful. I blame Yoruba media squarely for creating a generation of cowards, creating a generation that cannot stand up and do that which is right, for creating a generation that all that they care about is where the next flashy item can be gotten from. And that is why also you have idiots working for Facebook in Abuja and in Lagos, intent on suppressing the truth. I was listening to an interview on Channels Television with that girl that is so annoying. She annoys me so much, I'm telling you the truth. I cannot stand her. I don't know what her name is. She was the one that interviewed the very brave Senator Abaribe. And this is the reason why I have said repeatedly and without any equivocation, without any regret nor remorse, that there is something fundamentally wrong with black people. In this Yoji, black people, there is something wrong with you. A journalist is sitting down in a studio, being watched by people, of course, very few people all over the world. And they are trying to trot out the Fulani narrative. They want to explain, to justify why the Fulanis who are running the government of the damnable zoological republic cannot follow the rule of law. They have the MBA. MBA do not understand what the rule of law means. They have senators. They claim they make laws. They don't even obey the laws that they make. They have House of Reps members. They don't understand what law is all about. But you are in a zoo. You call yourself a country. You are having a debate about how, where, and how to move cattle. All of you actually know that this debate about cattle is about conquest. Wherever their cattle goes, they can conquer that very place. You know this very well. You know the history of the Janjaweed from across the Sahel. You know this. They came out and they told you in broad daylight, the governor of Bauchi State, we are going to relocate. We will relocate Fulanis into Nigeria. You, all of you heard it. You pretend as if you didn't hear it. Facebook in Nigeria is pretending they don't know. Channels is pretending they don't know. AIT is pretending they don't know. But all of you heard it. All of you were there when they said that these same terrorists they are defending today, that they came from outside Nigeria. That was what they said. Does it mean that your brains cannot retain information? Does it mean that the brains of people in the zoo called Nigeria, you don't absorb any information? That was what they told you only a few weeks ago. So why this nonsensical debate about Fulani and their cattle? Why the debate about people carrying AK-47? That a governor came out to try to justify why Fulani must carry AK-47 in a democracy. And all of you are quiet. Like a bunch of idiots. All of you are quiet. Until your lands are taken over. Then you will understand what you have done to yourselves. You will know. Then your eyes, your eyes will open. As foolish as you people are, then your eyes will open. You know what they are doing, don't you? Are you not aware of what they're doing? Did you watch or listen to the debate between Abariba? I wouldn't call it a debate. I would call it exchanges between Abariba and Garba Shehu. People lying in broad daylight. Liars and deceivers. They think because they have amassed so much wealth. Fulani thinks because they have stolen so much money, they can bribe or they can hire the best consultants in the world.